All right, welcome. Good afternoon. 6:34 p.m. Today is the 6th of September. I want to call this meeting to order. And it is, I just went over the time. So at this time, I want to ask carefully for any citizens to be heard. Seeing no citizens to be heard, I want to go straight to the consent agenda. Is there any addition, corrections, or changes to the consent agenda? If not, I need a motion for approval. I have a motion. I'll need a second. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. So one of the things before we get onto the new business, I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized that the citizens of Castle Hills don't know exactly who is on our zoning commission. So I asked my colleagues to be prepared to give a little synopsis of their background, their understanding of zoning. And we'll start with Mr. Bueller, our alternate. Thank you for being here, first of all.
Let's push the button, I think. My name is Walter Bueller. I am an alternate on the zoning commission. So I'm here sort of as a guest tonight because they have a quorum already. But I was going to stay to introduce myself. Again, Walter Bueller. I live on Prinz. I've lived on Prinz all of my life. My parents are still in the house I grew up in at 108 Prinz, and my wife and children and I live at 214 Prinz. And my grandparents prior lived on Northcrest. So I have a long history of family and I living in Castle Hills. And that's why zoning is very, very important. And I'm proud and honored to be able to serve on the zoning commission, at least as an alternate. And with that, I think I'm going to step down since you have a quorum. And good night.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Sir, also an attorney. Here's another attorney.
I'm Charles Jackson. I'm an attorney. I practice law here in San Antonio and have now for the better part of 55 years. I live in my house over on Zornia, where we have lived for 45 years. And before that, I lived over on Persimmon. And before that, over on Jackson Keller. And so anyway, I don't know what else there is to say.
That's it, sir. I appreciate you. Let's go to our rookie, Carlos Mojica. Carlos.
Hello, my name is Carlos Mojica. I've been a resident of Castle Hills for almost 10 years. I am a realtor and also do appraisals. I'm excited to be part of this group, keeping our city safe and beautiful. So that's it.
Perfect. Mr. Nochea.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bengochea. I have lived in Castle Hills on Lock Haven for 19 years. I'm a realtor as well, and I'm excited to be a part of keeping Castle Hills moving forward.
Beautiful. Skip.
Hi, I'm Skip McCormick. I spent 24 years in the Air Force before I retired and went to law school and been practicing law in San Antonio for 30-something years. I moved into Castle Hills 20 some odd years ago. I don't remember exact number. And I've been on the city council and zoning commission and a couple other committees.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. And my name is Juan Solis. It's my privilege to be a resident of Castle Hills for going on 17 years. I live on Townview, a beautiful laid out, beautiful street that was just done. Thank you, Ryan and council. I'm the banker. So I'm a banker. I handle the philanthropy for across the state of Texas for Truist, my bank, which is the 7th largest bank in the country. So I get to travel, make these meetings, and learn still about community development. My whole thing has always been about community development, and the zoning commission gets me the opportunity to serve, and I appreciate the opportunity. So thank you all for the introductions. We'll get on to business now. And let's go on to the new business, which is 4.1. A public hearing on an application request for a special use permit from Sima Azwazi for an SUP at 6423 Branco Road, Castle Hills, Texas, 78216, more particularly described as NCB 5008C Block 2, Lot 53, as found in the real property records of Bear County, Texas, to modify the zoning of this suite to allow for the use of the property to perform permanent makeup services. So it's a public hearing open. Is anybody signed to speak on the public hearing? Seeing none. It's 6:39 PM. We're closing the public hearing. And now we'll move forward to discussion and possible action on resolution number 2023.09-05 on an application request for a special use permit from Sima Azwazi for SUP at 6423 Blanco Road, Castle Hills, Texas, more defined as described as New City Block 508C, Block 2, Lot 53, as found in the real property records of Bear County, Texas, to modify the zoning of the suite to allow for the use of property to perform permanent makeup services. Our attorney is here. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, unfortunately, our applicant for this item asked for a special use permit to do microblading. The landlord authorization for this use, for this application, also says the use would be microblading. The city published notice of public hearings before the city council and before the zoning commission, and said that the application and the public hearing was for consideration of an application for microblading. As you have just read, both the agenda on the public hearing and the agenda on the action item say permanent makeup services. That discrepancy puts a question on the appropriateness of going forward this evening. What should happen in my judgment is that the commission defer action on this item. We bring it back with an agenda that specifically says microblading at the next meeting of the zoning commission, which would ordinarily be on October 3rd. I regret that this has to be my view. I do not wish to inconvenience or delay an applicant, but we have this problem about notice. We told the public in the notice that was published that this was going to be microblading, but we put on the agenda that it was permanent makeup services. They may be synonymous, I don't know, but they're not the same words. And it would be in an abundance of caution that we not go forward until we have consistency with the application, the notice published, and the agenda for the meeting. My recommendation to the city manager is that he, assuming the commission agrees with this position, that the city bear the cost and there'll be no additional cost to the applicant for a second publication of notice of the public hearing before the commission and before the city council. But that in light of that discrepancy, I do not recommend the commission go forward at this time. Again, I do regret any inconvenience to the applicant, but that is where we are.
Thank you, sir. Is there any other questions? I thought Mr. Schnall really was succinct in his analysis and provide us direction.
I think, Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we pass this item to the next scheduled meeting of the zoning commission for reconsideration.
It's actually a deferral, right?
Right.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second for deferral until the October meeting. Is there any other questions? None? Seeing none, then all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Next one is a public hearing. It is 6:43 PM. I will open the public hearing on the application request for special use permit from Chastity Brown Hancock for SUP at 2119 Northwest Military Highway, Suite 2119, Castle Hills, Texas, 78213. More particularly described as Lot 59, Block 9, Castle Hills, Block 208, as found in the real property records of Bear County, Texas, to modify the zoning of the suite to allow for the use of the property to provide therapeutic massage. So it's a public hearing. Did anybody sign up at all for this item? Seeing none, then at 6:44, the public hearing is closed, so let's go straight on for commission's responsibility and discussion. Discussion and possible use on our resolution number 2023-0905A on an application request for a special use permit from Chastity Brown Hancock for an SUP at 2191 Northwest Military Highway, Suite 2191, Castle Hills, Texas 78213, more particularly described as Lot 59, Block 9, Castle Hills, Block 208, as found in the real property records of Bexar County, Texas, to modify the zoning of the suite to allow for the use of the property to provide therapeutic massage. I'll entertain a motion to get us into discussion. We have a motion. I need a second. I have a motion and a second to move it to discussion. The floor, are you guys a participant? Please come forward and tell us a little bit more about what it is that we're looking at granting and what you anticipate doing.
Good evening, I'm Chastity and
Hi,
this is
I'm
Renee.
Renee.
So we've been practicing in San Antonio for about 8 years. I'm a licensed acupuncturist as well as a licensed massage therapist, and Renee is a licensed massage therapist on staff. So we are primarily an acupuncture facility, which has licensed massage therapists on staff to kind of help, the outcome of our patients. Most of our patients that we serve have chronic pain conditions. So massage therapy in conjunction with acupuncture has proven to enhance the benefits of pain relief.
So did you enhance what you were doing by this massage, or you're bringing it for the first time to this address?
We've been practicing for 8 years together, but since Castle Hills has this special thing, we had to apply.
A nuance,
Okay.
right?
So we
Probably created by that man over there, so you know,
We,
thank you.
we've been practicing together for 8 years, and we are hoping to bring her along with the acupuncture in Castle Hills.
So, yeah, so you've been here all this time and then you're just enhancing what is the offerings to the community. And
We-
that's in essence what's taking place here.
We're new to Castle Hills, so
Okay.
we've been practicing in Alamo Heights previously.
Okay.
So we just moved to Castle Hills.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Are there any other, whatever your hours of operation, what are you looking at?
So we are by appointment only between 9 and 6, Monday through Friday, and then we're open on Saturdays from 9 to 1.
Okay.
Right now as practitioners, yes, but we do have support staff, office assistants and support staff as well.
What's the full capacity of your team that you're gonna have over here?
We may bring on one other acupuncturist. Typically, when we're at full capacity, we have 2 acupuncturists and 2 massage therapists.
Any other questions?
Yes. Are all of your people administering the massage licensed practitioners?
Yes, sir. We've both been licensed for almost 20 years. It's the acupuncture.
Hearing the other discussion.
Good.
Guess I'm call for the vote.
So we have a motion and a second. If there's no other questions, then I'll call for a vote. We have a motion and a second for approval. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to city council. Step 1 done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that is the extent of our tremendous counting today, and yes, sir, I asked for that earlier and we got the vote. Yes, sir. That was the first thing we did, the approval of the zoning commission meetings from April 4th, 2023. Yeah, we have not met since April. All right, then I shall sign this and I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting at 6:49 PM. Great timing, my friends. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Those opposed, motion carries. We are done. Congratulations, ladies.